What's up, Falcons Nation? NFL fans, it's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to give my thoughts on Terry Fontenot's press conference earlier today in regards to the NFL draft. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to give my thoughts on Terry Fontenot's press conference today in regards to the NFL draft. As you guys are aware of, the NFL draft is 2 days away. It is this Thursday. And I'm very excited to see who our Atlanta Falcons draft in the first round and also who they draft this weekend throughout this upcoming NFL draft. But with that being said, today Terry Fontenot did state that the Atlanta Falcons would draft best player available, which they have done since he's been the GM the last 2 to 3 years. They have taken who they felt were the best player available. We drafted Kyle Pitts the first season under Terry Fontenot. The second year we drafted Drake London. And then last season we drafted Bijan Robinson. This season, I predict that the Atlanta Falcons are going to draft an edge rusher. Even though Terry Fontenot mentioned best player available, I believe that the fans think that the Falcons possibly are going to draft like a wide receiver or a skilled position player when he states best player available. But he did mention today in his press conference that best player available could be different for each franchise in the NFL, depending on where you're landing in the draft, depending on where you're picking in the draft. And I really feel like when he said best player available, the Falcons are going to go after a need, which I believe is pass rush. I feel like that's one of the biggest needs for this Atlanta Falcons team. If the Falcons decide not to go with edge rusher or a pass rusher, I think the Falcons could trade back and possibly take a corner in this draft. And then there's a dark horse pick for this Falcons team, and that would be going quarterback. I don't believe that the Falcons will draft a quarterback, but there is a chance at 8 if they feel that Michael Penix or one of these guys are franchise a quarterback of the future for our team, they could decide to go with a quarterback. But personally, I think the Falcons are going to take Dallas Turner or Layatu Latu. Those are the two guys that I think the Falcons are targeting in this upcoming draft Thursday. And I'll be very shocked if they decided not to draft either Dallas Turner or Layatu Latu at 8. But with that being said, I do think in today's press conference, Terry Fontenot did a good job of not giving out much information. It was a lot of smoke and mirrors. He really, didn't want to show his hand, and they're playing it really close to the vest, in which that makes sense. When you're choosing or picking players in the draft, of course, you don't want to, put that out in the media of what players you're really interested in. So I feel like the Falcons are doing a good job of playing it close to the vest as usual. But he did mention that the Falcons would look to draft players that have the right character, which we know our Falcons, our Atlanta Falcons organization usually goes after players that they feel that have great character, that are playmakers, but that can fit in this locker room. And we know guys that we've drafted, the Bijan Robinsons, the Drake Londons, and the Kyle Pitts. All of those guys, for the most part, have been really good on and off the field, and they're good locker room guys from what I've heard, throughout the year. So I do think in this upcoming draft, as I mentioned, that the Falcons will go best player available, but I do believe that they will go with a pass rusher or an edge rusher. That's just my personal opinion based off of the information that I have, based off of looking at our roster, and based off of what I've heard from Coach Raheem Morris and what I've heard from Terry Fontenot. Like I said, they're doing a good job of playing it close to the vest. Maybe they can get another team to trade up for one of the quarterbacks or trade up for another player where they're able to get more compensation. But I really feel like at this point, the Falcons are just doing their due diligence. But at the end of the day, I really feel like the Atlanta Falcons at the end of the day are going to come away with a defensive pass rusher of some sort. So it could be Dallas Turner or Layatu Latu. Those are the two guys that I really think the Falcons are targeting. It could be Jared Verse as well. If for some reason Dallas Turner's not there on the board or Latu's not there on the board, maybe they go with Jared Verse, or maybe they shock everybody and they draft the Byron Murphy, who I mentioned out of Texas, who's like a nose tackle, 3-tech, inside pass rusher, similar to like a Grady Jarrett and an Ed Oliver of the Buffalo Bills. He's one of those guys that's a really sturdy player, a guy that's quick, but he plays mainly on the inside or the interior of the defensive line. But with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on today's press conference with Terry Fontenot. Who do you think the Falcons will pick at 8? What's your prediction? My prediction is Dallas Turner or Latu. But I've been stating Dallas Turner for the last couple weeks, for at least the last 2 weeks now, just based off of the information we have, based off of the defense that I feel like we're going to be running. I do think that they're going to look for a guy who not only played well in college and had the productivity and the numbers playing in the SEC there at Alabama, but also he is one of those guys that killed it at the combine, put up really good numbers. So not only did he have the production in college, but he was also one of those guys that tested well at the combine. And it just seems like he's the total package. And he also, has Coach Saban and those guys from Alabama raving about how great of an athlete he was there at Alabama, how good of a leader he was. So that's my personal opinion. But with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. And you guys are also going to want to join us Thursday night on the Heavy Hitters Live channel. We will be going live, doing a live draft show for this upcoming NFL draft. So with that being said, this being your boy Jew. If you enjoy my content, hit that subscribe button for your boy. We are currently on the road to 3K and beyond. But with that being said, as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.